In terms of India, the market is huge. A lot of times we have seen the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 classification. There are certain markets people have ventured into. There are certain markets where people find it little challenging to kind of venture into. For example, the eastern market, like specifically to Kolkata and Northeast, big potential, but very low penetration as far as grade A people go. Even Lucknow, for that matter. I think you were one of the first to kind of test that market, and then after that, a lot of developers followed suit. If we were to like pick and choose, say, 5 locations in India, which you see a mix of potential, you can choose between emerged and also emerging cities. Where would you put money on as a developer?
So I would say, for a developer, returns maximization is primary. Also, one more point we look at is, even if you look at new cities, like we expand into new, let's say a tier 2 city or in the location, we also look at over the term, how much revenue you can generate and how useful your product can be in that region. The number of cities, practically remain the same, in terms of growth potential and, in terms of real estate investment potential. Chennai, from an industrial perspective, these remain Pune, Chennai, the NCR region. From a logistics perspective, Bangalore comes in, then Mumbai obviously is a big market, one of the largest absorption of space, because that's what the demand is also. I mean, the majority of anybody who wants to set up something, let's say from an industrial perspective, they would like to make use of the ecosystem available. And these cities have the ecosystem available. Ecosystem meaning you have the necessary projects, you have the necessary manpower, you have the necessary infrastructure, everything is available. Governments are supportive, and it becomes far easier for them to start off. I do believe that, that infrastructure push will be greater in the eastern part of the country, in the next decade or so. So I do think that there is substantial scope in that region. Cuttack, for example, for us has come just below. It kind of is a gateway it's before almost, the gateway. So let's put it that way.
Gateway to the gateway.
So that's a very interesting option. Even Odisha as a state has grown substantially, expected to very, very proactive in terms of attracting industrial investment as well. East tier is a remaining tier 2 markets. I mean, there are tier 2 markets. We have Indore, we have Coimbatore, you have in Gujarat, you have Ahmedabad. So we have a multitude of tier 2 markets. There is reasonable growth potential there, but in my opinion, the majority of investment will still come to the major tier 1 locations. Tier 2 is more of a specific. If somebody has a specific requirement, then a developer might tend to have a look at that and execute it. Large scale developments like integrated big projects, in tier 2, in my opinion, will take some more time.